Jessica, can you please repeat exactly what you just said to me?
This isn't easy for me either. Like I said, Lance, I've been diagnosed with breast cancer. I was told by my doctor that cancer cells were detected on my left breast. They told me that I'll have to undergo a mastectomy in order to remove it.
Getting a mastectomy would mean that you would have to cut one of your breasts off, wouldn't it? Are you fine with that? So you're planning on receiving a mastectomy to remove one of your breasts?
My cancer could spread without proper treatment. Are you suggesting for even a second that I should forego my mastectomy? I was told that my chances for full recovery would be greater the sooner that I receive the mastectomy. Delaying my surgery wouldn't be helpful in any way, shape, or form.
Is surgery the only way? Aren't there alternatives? Other options like treating it with naturopathic medicine or something like that? Surgery isn't always the right answer, You should already know this by now. There are plenty of other potential alternative solutions.
So what are you saying? It almost sounds like you're asking me not to receive the surgery to remove my breast cancer. Why don't you just say it? What are you being so afraid of? Give it to me straight instead of trying to beat around the bush. We're all adults here, aren't we?
A mastectomy would mean you would have to get rid of one of your breasts. That would make you incomplete. That would mean you'd become a human being that's missing a part of yourself. Even animals that are female have some kind of femininity about them, but you're about to lose yours. If you end up getting rid of one of your breasts, you would be losing some of your appeal as a woman and as my wife.
I told you that I have breast cancer, and you're more concerned about my breasts than my actual health. How can you say something like this to your own wife? How could you be so heartless? You are less than human. You are a savage and an inhumane dirtbag.
You asked for the truth. This is why I tried keeping quiet about this. I guess no good deed ever goes unpunished, does it? If you were going to get angry anyways, why did you ask me to tell you how I really felt? And did I say anything wrong if I were just being honest? I was just being 100% truthful to you. Man and woman are born biologically different, as I'm sure you're already aware. If you end up receiving a mastectomy, then that would make you neither a man nor a woman at that point.
Even if what you're saying is true, why would you speak to me like this? There are better ways to tell someone things. You're my own husband, for God's sake. Instead of asking how I'm doing or feeling, you instead speak to your own wife this way? Even wild animals know respect and how to take care of their own family. How can you be this cold when you are a human being? Don't you remember our vows from when we got married?
Forget about it. I can't even have a proper conversation with you. You always make me out to be the bad guy. I can't even be myself around you. I don't think I can put up with this anymore. I want to be done with you once and for all. I want to be free from you.
What did you just say? Please tell me what you meant by that.
Do you want to know why I chose to stay together with you for so long? I didn't want to have to tell you this, but you started this, so I'm going to be truthful.
What is it then? Please be truthful like you said. I want to hear this. Why would you be living with me with all this pent-up anger and frustration inside of you?
Oh, come on, don't tell me you don't really know, or are you just pretending right now?
Stop beating around the bush and just say it like you mean it. Be a man, for God's sake. You've already mentioned that I'd be losing my womanhood. What else could you possibly say to break me down as a person even further?
Well, regarding my in-laws, you do know how much real estate land your father has, right? You want me to just forget about that? Maybe you're just forgetting about these important minute details for your own convenience. That's the entire reason I married you. You should have already figured this out by now. You really didn't know anything about what I'm talking about? Wow, talk about being naive, you poor thing.
This is all because of my parents' wealth and financial assets? That should have nothing to do with you.
Your father gifted us an apartment unit as our wedding present. Then after a year, he gave one of his many lands while mentioning that he would gift us his most expensive apartment unit when we got a child of our own. I've been hanging on and waiting for that day to come, but now I guess I'll just have to be satisfied with what I've gained until now.
What do you mean by what you've gained until now? Please elaborate, will you?
It is exactly as you've heard it. I'm saying I have to be satisfied with what I have now. What do you think it meant? On a side note, I don't plan on going with you to your mastectomy, so don't count on it. Don't you think you'd prefer going to the hospital alone anyways?
You are so truly despicable and inhumane. You are an evil villain. Do you think I'd remain married to you after learning about the truth of your intentions? Just wait until after the surgery, because we're going to get divorced immediately after.
That is exactly what I was hoping for. So, when's the big date of your surgery? Ask them for the soonest date if that's possible, if you haven't already. Our relationship has already fallen off, so the faster this is resolved, the better. Anyways, I'm going out now, and I'll end up returning home late tonight, so don't wait up for me.
Can you at least tell me where you're going? What time will you be returning home?
To meet up with a friend. Don't wait up for me because I'm going to be late like I said. If you can fall asleep before I return, that would be my preference.
I feel worse speaking with you than how I felt when my doctor broke the news to me that I have breast cancer. I can't believe I've been living with someone like you, and how I trusted you as my own husband. We've been living together under one roof for God's sake. Why did you ask me to meet you here if you know I'm not feeling well? I'm a patient, you know.
Why are you so late? Must you be so inconsiderate when there are people waiting for you?
It's not like I came late on purpose. I called you earlier to let you know about the traffic situation.
You chose to come during peak traffic hours and now you're blaming it on the traffic? You sure know how to make excuses that piss people off, don't you?
Like I said, why did you call me here? I don't have time, nor the energy to argue with you anymore.
Oh, just relax a bit, will you? I have someone important to introduce you to.
What? You called me all the way here just for that?
Just for that? This person isn't someone you should just be speaking to so disrespectfully.
Just because this person is important to you, it doesn't mean I need to feel the same way too. This person probably doesn't have anything to do with me in the first place.
Nothing to do with you? Oh, well, once you meet this person, I bet you'll be changing your tune.
Why, Lance? Is it someone I already know?
No, it's someone you'll get to know starting today. Oh, there she is now. Hey, Candy, we're sitting over here.
Hey, honey. I hope I'm not too late. There was so much traffic on the way here.
It's fine. You're not too late, my little precious boo. Candy, if it's for you, even 2 hours wouldn't be too long of a wait for me.
Oh, shucks, honey, you're so sweet. Hi there, you seem to have arrived earlier than me. I'm sorry that I wasn't even aware of your existence sooner. I only just found out about you recently. It's my pleasure to meet you. And you are?
Say hello, Jessica. This is my girlfriend, Candy. Let me introduce you to each other.
What? Girlfriend? Did you just tell me that this is your girlfriend? Yes, I'm Lance's girlfriend, Candy. I work at the same place as Lance. You must not have heard or been aware. I remember being told that it's currently hard for you to focus on anything other than your breast cancer at this current time, and I don't blame you. Is it okay for cancer patients like you to be moving around like this? Shouldn't you be staying home and taking care of your health? I guess cancer is less painful than I'd imagined.
It's a quick fix surgery. It's not like she's in late stages of cancer or anything. Candy, I don't want you to think about anything negative, about things like cancer, okay? I'll take care of everything for you as always, my little sweetheart.
What in the world is wrong with you guys? Lance, you do know that you're still married to me, right? And did you just say that this is your girlfriend? You have the audacity to bring this slut in front of me? Did you just call me a slut? How dare you call me that, you wretched old witch?
Babe, don't listen to her. She's just a cancer patient who is feeling unwell, both physically and mentally.
It's okay, honey. I've been preparing for this moment for a while now. I'm sorry about your health, but I've already been seeing Lance for the past 6 months, so our relationship is quite serious, you know. It wasn't long since I got transferred to the same department as Lance when our love for each other began to spread like wildfire. Did you just say 6 months? If it's 6 months ago... Please, Lance, tell me you didn't...
You're right, it was ever since I took over the new project, and I had to work late every night. I had to start spending time with Candy at the office. Before that time, I hadn't felt that excited in so long. It doesn't matter what you think of me at this point. Let's just get divorced.
What? How could you say such a thing? Is this the time and place for that? Lance, my sweetheart, my hero.
I'm gonna start a new life with Candy. You go get your surgery and live a new life on your own too, okay? I want to live with a woman and not someone who'll become neither a man nor a woman like yourself. So let's just end things here without the mess. What do you say to that?
Oh my gosh, honey. Is this your surprise proposal to me? I'm so touched. Lance, you've swept me off my feet. So that's why you told me to dress up today. Was that your master plan, my sweetheart? You two scumbags are truly a match made in heaven, aren't you? I wish you two morons an amazing life together, and I hope you two will never get divorced. Don't tell me that even you can tell we're a perfect match. I didn't expect you to congratulate our marriage like this, but I thank you from the bottom of my heart. Did it seem like I was congratulating you? You must have a few screws loose if that's what you thought. This is exactly why I try to avoid interacting with dimwits so I could conserve my precious time and energy. Just because I got entangled with a man like you, now I have to deal with this piece of crap? How will I survive my battle with cancer in addition to all this? I hope both of you rot in hell.
Hey, Jessica, hold on a minute there. Now you're going a bit too far.
It's okay, darling. We've already won the war. This is already finished. She has no one by her side anymore. Her words are just words, and today's gonna be the last day we have to hear them ever again, so... Please go on if you'd like to swear some more, Jessica. It's not like Lance will be running back to you after you're through. I'm only hearing you out because I feel bad for you. So please feel free to continue. Today's the last chance you're gonna get. Are you gonna throw away your precious opportunity?
Candy, you are so thoughtful, babe. That is why I love you so much. You truly have a heart of gold.
Not in front of your wife, honey. She'll get jelly. Jessica's gonna have to get her mastectomy soon. Please save your jokes like that for when we're alone together and not like this in public, okay?
Hey, Jessica, what is your problem? Candy, are you okay? Oh my gosh, are you hurt? Isn't this piping hot? Are you freaking crazy, Jessica? This is a crime. You could have actually killed someone. I can't believe you. How could you throw a hot beverage at a person like that?
I was waiting for you to feel embarrassed about yourselves, but upon hearing you two speak, you two fools were getting full of it instead. I should have figured. Girls that don't know when to shut up need to get their brakes checked from time to time, wouldn't you say so? And did you just say piping hot? The drink had already turned cold a while back already. Why are you making up stuff now? Oh my gosh, I was told to dress up, so I brought my most expensive handbag. What will I do now about my handbag? You're gonna need to pay for this.
Let's act logically and reasonably here. This is the type of thing that got me so sick of you in the first place. People are looking at us. Why are you making such a huge scene? Did you want to win so badly against a woman younger than you? Are you happy with yourself now?
If you know people are watching, then you should learn to know when you're embarrassing yourselves. You're embarrassed about a drink falling on you, but not about cheating on your wife with a younger mistress? The fact that you're cheating on your wife who was diagnosed with breast cancer, who may have to go under the knife?
Can you lower your voice? We're right next to the office where we work and walls have ears. Oh, I shouldn't have called you over here. I guess something came over me and I wasn't thinking straight. You're free to leave now. We'll talk again later. Let's go, Candy. Let's go buy you some new clothes.
Really? We're going to the mall right now? What about my handbag, though? I want a new one, too.
Okay, I'll buy you an even better one, honey. Just relax and let's get out of here for now.
You're a broke corporate slave living paycheck to paycheck, and now you're about to spend money at the mall? Someone who doesn't know you would mistake you for a wealthy son of a nobleman if they didn't know any better. I'm only telling you this because you seem unaware. Lance is more attractive than a son of any nobleman. He's also more attentive and kind than any son of a nobleman that I know of. Yeah, so kind and attentive is he. Your very own Prince Charming, I bet. You can have him then, because I have no more need for him anymore. All the things you're enjoying now, you would think you'd be able to enjoy it even after your marriage, right? Excuse me, what do you mean by that? What is it that you're trying to say?
Darling, you don't have to respond to her anymore. Let's just leave.
Hold on, honey. Let me take care of this on my own. What did you mean by that, Jessica? What's the matter? The cat got your tongue? Are you saying that Lance is going to turn on me too, just like he did to you? Whatever he's telling you and all the money he's spending on you, they're all things he did for me first. Please don't mistake that you're getting this treatment from him because you're special. He's just that kind of guy, as you've probably seen already.
Hey, what are you talking about? I never did anything like this for you. Stop creating fake memories of events that didn't happen and stop lying. Let's just go our separate ways peacefully. Don't you see I'm trying my best to end things on a good note here? Why are you trying to ruin my relationship with Candy?
Honey, I'm starting to feel uncomfortable right now. Can we just go now?
Okay, let's leave. As for you, Jessica, let's continue our conversation at home later when I see you. What is wrong with you, Jessica? Did you decide to live life crazily right before your surgery? You're not even dying, so why were you overreacting like that in front of Candy?
Me? Overreacting? You must be joking. It's not me, it's you. You must feel like a hotshot now for dating a new young girlfriend.
I'm happy you're finally recognizing my true value. You were always so busy nagging and nitpicking at me all day and all night. Yes, I want to be with a woman that looks up to me and respects me. Is this what you wanted to hear? Are you happy now?
Who would want to be with a guy who drinks all day, who doesn't pick up the phone? Who would want to be with someone who sleeps all day and night like a dead corpse? You should be grateful I even stayed living with you in the first place.
We're gonna end up splitting the assets that I was due to receive from your father anyways. Let's end this on a good note, okay?
So was that your plan all along? You try and steal my assets that you did nothing to help build?
Yes, of course. Why else would I decide to still remain with you? Never mind. So, when's the big date of your surgery?
What does it matter to you whether or not I receive my surgery or when the date will be?
I need to know the date so that I can plan the date for the divorce papers accordingly. I need to start preparing for the divorce too, right?
What's there for you to prepare? You don't own any assets in the first place. I can't believe you. Do you know how much my parents disapproved of our marriage when I told them about us?
What are you talking about and why are you telling me this now?
You had nothing. Neither good looks, nor a job, nor the education. My parents said that there wasn't a single thing that was remarkable about you. It turns out they were right all along. I must have been so blind that I ended up marrying you, of all the other men that I could have chosen. This is why when parents disapprove of a marriage, people need to tread extremely carefully. Am I right?
Hey, are you done talking now?
No, I'm just getting started. Dividing our assets. Don't make me laugh. Who said anything about dividing any assets? I have zero plans to share a single thing that I own with you, so don't celebrate too soon. I won't be even sharing a single penny with you.
You think you can stop me just because you don't want to? I'll be taking this to court and I will be requesting an equitable division of our assets. Let's see who wins in the end.
This isn't a battle where there will be a victor and a loser. Stop wasting your time and money and give this up now. You already admitted that you only went out with me because of my parents' wealth. You really think you'll be able to take away my assets? You believe you have a chance in court? Okay, let's do it then.
Don't come crawling back to me after all of this is said and done.
Make sure to start preparing for your attorney fees. It's likely going to cost a lot more than you thought. If you're looking to get yourself a new wife, you'd better start saving up starting today.
I can take care of myself, thank you, so don't worry about it. We still live together under one roof, but we've agreed on a divorce, so let's just treat each other like strangers, starting today. This is also what you'd prefer, right?
Excuse me? What are you talking about?
Please accept our sincerest apologies. This is the first time our hospital has ever made this kind of mistake since we were established. There must have been some kind of huge mix-up, I'm afraid.
So, you're telling me that I don't have breast cancer?
Yes, our hospital made a misdiagnosis, and you never had breast cancer to begin with. Please accept our sincerest apologies, as this was a mistake our hospital made on our own. We will be refunding any funds that you paid from your last exam. We are truly sorry.
It's okay, doctor. It's a blessing that it's not breast cancer in the first place. So that means I'm in good health and won't be requiring any surgery, right?
Yes, you are very healthy at the moment without any cancer in your system.
That's great news! Thank you for everything, Dr. Greenwood.
We're the ones that should be grateful. Thank you and have a safe journey home.
I will do, Dr. Greenwood. Thanks again.
Why are you back here? I thought I told you to go our separate ways.
There's something I need to tell you.
Be quick with it then. I need to go back to Candy soon.
Okay, then here you go, Lance. Enjoy and good riddance.
What's this folder? Are these the divorce papers?
Why don't you see for yourself? Why don't you open it?
This says doctor's opinion. What is this? Did they tell you to hold on to this for the division of our assets? Hold on a minute here. What the hell is this?
It's exactly as you see it, Lance. It turns out that I don't have breast cancer after all. It was some kind of misdiagnosis and a misunderstanding from my hospital.
A hospital misdiagnosis? Are you kidding me right now? How can a hospital make a misdiagnosis like this?
I know, right? Thanks to them, I now know that I have some garbage to get rid of. You'll never know how grateful I am. Anyways, that's all I wanted to share with you. I'm leaving now.
What about our divorce? So what happens now?
What do you mean, what happens now? We just need to proceed with it.
As for the division of our assets?
Of course, you'll be getting none of it. But there is a new change, though.
What new change?
I'll now be suing your mistress in civil court for alienation of affection. Thanks to this, you will no longer be eligible to request a division of any of my assets.
Civil court for the alien of affection? Let's settle this amongst ourselves out of court, please. On second thought, I'll go and end things with Candy immediately. What do you say to that? That would be the easiest and cleanest way to take care of this mess, don't you think?
Really? Do you think you're capable of doing such a thing? Just like that?
What do you mean?
If you don't think you can break up with Candy, then let's just divorce now. Why wait?
No, I'll end things with Candy today.
How can I believe you? You could lie that you broke up with her, but still meet her behind my back. Tomorrow, after your work ends, let's meet here at this cafe for a 3-person meeting.
You mean join a meeting together? All 3 of us?
We can just proceed with the divorce if you don't want to.
No, that'll be fine. Let's have the 3-person meeting here, tomorrow after work.
Honey, what happened? Why did you call me here? Didn't you tell me you'd be ending things with her on your own? I'm in a bad mood today because my boss chewed me out at work. You told me you'd take me to someplace nice after work. This is the spot you had in mind?
Quiet down, will you? Take a seat and we'll just have a quick chat.
You brought her here without telling her anything about our meeting today? Okay, well, thanks for taking the time to bring her over here anyways. Perhaps I should applaud you. Honey, what's with the sour mood here? Things feel a bit off compared to before.
The thing is...
Why are you looking at me? You guys should be resolving this situation amongst yourselves. Please begin. Begin what? Honey, what's going on here? What have you two been discussing?
Candy, let's break up. Things are over between us.
What? So suddenly? Why? Are you suddenly annoyed with me? Honey, you already know I've had issues with my boss at work.
It's not that. I've decided to break up with you and never see you again. I'm gonna try fix things with my wife and live a good life from here on out.
Are you kidding me? This is a joke, right? What in the world is happening right now? You told me you were glad to leave your wife, who was neither a man nor a woman anymore. Now we're breaking up?
When did I ever say that? Don't make up lies. Jessica, it's not true. I never said anything like that. You believe me, right?
Please continue, Lance. Let's get on with it.
Jessica, what is this? What are you trying to pull here?
I'm not pulling anything. I'm just observing whether or not my husband can keep his promise.
Promise? What promise are you talking about?
It turns out I don't have breast cancer.
How could that be possible? Have you become delusional?
Lance, shouldn't you be taking Jessica to a mental hospital instead?
Hey, Candy, don't you think your words are a bit harsh?
What? Are you siding with her now?
Stop acting so immature. No one's taking sides. I'm just calling it as I see it. Your words were a bit harsh. Apologize to her now. I'm also tired of seeing you relying on me while creating problems at your workplace. That's why we're breaking up. I'm not your benefactor. You did never know when to stop.
What? You were complimenting me and now you're complaining about the same thing? You told me you were happy that you could take care of me. Now you're changing up? You said you were tired of living with a cancer patient who was missing one of her breasts. You told me it felt like you were living with a man. I can't believe you're pulling this on me. What happened? What changed?
We're breaking up, so I understand you're trying to destroy the incredibly strong bond that I have with my wife. However, our bond isn't something that you can just manipulate with your lies. Our bond is much stronger than you realize.
You dirtbag! You dare to manipulate me like this! I met with you despite you being a senior citizen and a married man. I don't need to be with garbage like you. I can live a good life on my own without you.
Oh, is that so? You should know that your work life was only peaceful thanks to me. Without me, you would already be fired, you know that?
Do you see what kind of man you've been dealing with now? You should be grateful to me. Thanks to me, you can get rid of your garbage before having to marry him instead. You two birds of a feather sure know how to screw people over. I wish for you two to live happily together forever. You guys are truly a match made in heaven. Don't act like you know me or try to contact me ever again.
You've read my mind completely. That is exactly what I wanted to say to you as well. Goodbye and good riddance. Honey, you saw how I ended everything with Candy, right? Also, I want to thank you.
You said you want to thank me? And for what, may I ask?
You saw my good and bad side, and you've decided to take me back and trust me again. I promise to be a good husband from here on out. Let's turn over a new leaf and start our relationship over again from the beginning. Let's also consider getting a child of our own.
Who said anything about giving you another chance?
Huh? What do you mean, honey? What's wrong? We agreed to get back together after I got rid of Candy.
That must have been in your own head because I never said anything like that. All I was asking was for you to keep your own promise that came out of your own mouth. I don't have any plans to get back together with you. Not now, not ever.
What? Then what happens to me now?
What do you mean, what happens now? You just screwed up, you big dummy.
Wait, this can't be right. I had a messy breakup with Candy, so if word gets around, my work life will be over. I was determined to deal with all of this burden breaking up with Candy in front of you, and now you're gonna pull this on me?
You said you would do this with your own mouth. I never told you to do anything. You decided to do everything on your own. So don't take your anger out on me. That won't change anything. This is just the reality that you will have to start accepting.
The reality that I will have to start accepting? What reality? What do you mean by that?
Yeah, our divorce court in addition to the civil case against your mistress. There won't be any assets that'll be going to you, I'm afraid. I will also be suing you for punitive damages for the mental anguish and burden that you've caused me. It will be all for the best if we can both be on the same page before we have to see each other in court.
Hey, wait a second here. Jessica, my darling honey.
I'm not your honey anymore. Don't you remember you tossed away your wife who was diagnosed with cancer? Do you now only begin to realize everything that you lost? This is so typical of you.
Yes, I realize I was in the wrong. Can you please forgive me just this one time? I promise to be good from here on out. I'll stay by your side and never dare betray your trust ever again. Please don't leave me. I don't have any money. I'm just an employee who lives from paycheck to paycheck.
You have the money to buy your mistress a new handbag and new clothes, but you never have any money for me, right? Did it hurt you so much to spend a little money on me, your very own wife?
No, that's not true, Jessica. I can explain everything. Just hear me out, will you? All of the money I spent on Candy was through using my own credit card. Everything was purchased using debt. I now know the error of my ways. Please help me just this once. Please don't just leave me. Please forgive me. Think of all the history and the memories that we've built together.
Think about our history and our memories together? Is that why you've humiliated me and tossed me away like trash after hearing that I had cancer? Just looking at you reminds me what you said and the dagger that pierced my heart. That's why I can't live with you any longer. Let's just get a divorce like you previously mentioned, okay? Goodbye. I'm leaving now.
Darling, Jessica, honey.
Of course I ended up separating from my husband. I am now living a healthy and happy life. I was able to eliminate the cause of my cancer, so I don't think I'll have to worry about it ever again. However, I've been hearing some news about my ex-husband lately. Hey, Ben! Could you please help me with this if you have a second? I'm not sure how to proceed once I get to this step.
Hey, Candy, is something wrong?
The other ones have a seal number next to the container number. Why is this one missing a seal number?
This is a bulk item, so there's only a bottom part. Since it's not a container, you won't be able to seal this one.
Oh, I see. Thanks, Ben. I'd like to buy you dinner as a token of my appreciation. Do you have time tonight to grab a quick bite after work?
Sure, my wife was meeting with her family today, so I was planning on eating out anyways. This is great. Let's go grab something to eat together then.
That's good news. I'll meet you at the back exit after work then.
Sure thing. That sounds great. Hey, Ben, my brother from another mother. Hey, Lance, what's up? Can I help you with something? Can you please teach me how to do this also, pretty please? I don't know how to do this either. Oh, what's a container? Also, does that mean bulk orders won't be coming with any alcohol included? Lance, what is going on with you? Is everything okay? I need to eat dinner alone tonight, so I'm feeling a bit lonely. Do you think I could join you for dinner also? I am so hungry. Oh, please, dear good sir. Buy me some food, Ben, pretty please. Please treat me out like you're treating out Candy. I'd love to join you two. Look, sorry, I have a prior engagement, so maybe next time, okay? That's not fair. Please take me with you. Why is Candy getting the special treatment and not me? Take your boy Lance with you, my brother. Pretty please? For goodness sake, I'm not buying anyone dinner anymore, okay? You two can go treat yourselves out. Jeez, this is so annoying. I can't believe I have to deal with this crap.
Wait, Ben! Don't go running off now. Wait for me. Hey, Lance, what the hell do you think you're doing?
What? Were you trying to hop on a new married manhunt? You literally ruined my life, and you thought you could get away with it and just move on to a different target?
But don't you remember that you seduced me first? Or did you just decide to conveniently forget the truth?
You're full of it. You came running to me with a, "Hey Lance, could you please help me?" Then you rubbed up against me like there was no tomorrow. I will follow you to the ends of the earth to inflict the punishment that you deserve.
I can't believe I got entangled with such a loser like you. I need to get together with Ben so that I can have a brighter future at my workplace. Hey, Ben, dinner is on me like I said. Where are you running off to?
Hey Ben, no, please let me join you for dinner, my brother from another mother. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, hit the like button and subscribe to see more content.
Hello. It's a pleasure to finally meet you. My name is Lily. Hi. Mom, I told Lily that you love oysters, so she brought some oysters with her. You love oysters, don't you? All I did was tell Lily that you really like oysters, and she insisted on buying them at the store. I guess she really wanted you to eat them. It's not even oyster season yet. What's the big fuss over them? Carol probably would have brought something much better. Carol would have probably brought me an entire tray of assorted seafood. What's the big deal over a couple of oysters? You didn't even bring that much oysters to begin with, and you want to act like you really accomplished something. Oysters during this time of the year. Do you want me to get food poisoning or something? Mom, how can you even say something like that? She brought them because I'm the one who told her that you like them. It was just in passing, but after I told her, she went ahead and picked up some fresh ones at the store. You sure you didn't buy it with your money? Mom, I'm telling you, Lily bought them for you to enjoy. Quit being like that and come shake hands with Lily. Here, come sit down. I don't know why you're up like that. I don't need to shake hands. I already said hi to her. Mom, please, stop being like this. I was so incredibly nervous that day that I don't really remember what exactly was going on in my head at the time. I think that at the time, I didn't really think much of the way she was talking in front of me. We greeted each other and sat down. After all that had happened, we sat down to eat dinner. I then found out about the woman whom Betsy mentioned previously. I learned that she was my husband's ex-girlfriend, but I didn't really think much about it then. I didn't think much about it because it's not a crime for someone to have an ex-girlfriend. It's normal, and it happens to everyone. But boy, was I seriously mistaken. That name, which I hadn't thought much about at first, would be a big hindrance to my marriage life. You must either be completely out of it or possess no self-awareness. I'm sorry, Betsy. I don't seem to understand what you're trying to tell me. Do you have any idea what kind of a household we are? Yes, I do, Betsy. I know very well about your household. Then why in the world are you not having any children? Do you plan on cutting off our family's generation? I seriously don't get what's going on in your head. We are doing our best, but things aren't really working out in our favor, and I hope you understand that. I really wish you'd be a little more understanding about this. Please don't get me wrong, because I also want to surprise you with good news too. I knew something like this would happen. This is why I should have disagreed to the marriage. Who am I kidding? I was the one with no luck with my son bringing in a daughter-in-law like that. Phone calls like that were basically a normal occurrence for me. I would receive these types of calls at least 3 times a day. I have never experienced such stress in my life. It was absolutely exhausting in every way. It was just like in the movies and TV shows. The mother-in-law and daughter-in-law with an extremely bitter and toxic relationship. No matter how we tried, we weren't able to have a child. I started to think that my husband was thinking about giving up. Since it had seemed like there is no room for us to succeed in having a baby, my husband had seemed to lose hope. It was sad to see him like that because he really wanted to have a baby even before we got married. I guess it has to do with the fact that my husband grew up as an only child, so he was quite lonely at times. That is probably the reason why he really wanted a family for himself. Never in my life would I have expected this to be such a big burden for us. I would not have expected this to be so stressful for us, especially before getting married. I also think that the death of his father really had a big impact on all of this. I tried my best to convince Lucas that having a child would make his father in heaven happy. All of this was really rough for me and hard to deal with. A little while later came Betsy's birthday. Lucas and his cousin Zoe came over to celebrate Betsy's birthday. Because it was her birthday, things were very busy around the house. Zoe and I were busy preparing all of the food. While Zoe and I were preparing the food, we got the chance to talk about many different things. Have you always been close with Lucas? Since you guys were little? Yes, we were close since I was little. He took really good care of me ever since I was in middle school. He really treated me like his younger sister. So you probably have met some of Lucas's ex-girlfriends, right? I have. Yes, a couple of times. But why do you ask? Nothing, I was just curious. Wait, what was her name? Carrie? Kendall? I forget the name of his ex. Oh, you mean Carol? Oh, right, Carol. Was she also one of Lucas's ex-girlfriends? Yeah, she was. I remember Lucas's mom really had a thing for Carol. She really was her favorite out of all the girls he's dated. I remember she would always go around bragging about how Carol is her son's girlfriend. She really liked her because of how well-mannered and sensible she was. That's interesting. But do you know why they broke up? I honestly don't know. It's probably because Lucas did something wrong, which caused her to break up with him. That's as far as I know about why they broke up. I've asked him before, but he doesn't really tell me the reason. It's been a while ago since that happened, so don't worry about it too much, Lily. That was the day where I got to learn a little more about Carol. I asked Zoe a couple of simple questions about her, and she told me what she knew. While I was on my way back home, I couldn't stop thinking about the name Carol. I felt the urge to ask about her to Lucas, but I didn't. I figured since it's been a while ago, it's better to just forget about the past. I ended up remaining silent about her. It was after a couple of days of Betsy's birthday where things changed. Lucas came home late after a get-together dinner party with his colleagues. He came home very drunk and collapsed straight onto the bed. I gathered some of his belongings and made sure that he didn't lose anything while on the way home. I got him cleaned up and put away his wallet and phone. While I was organizing his wallet and phone, something caught my eye. He had received a text message on his phone, and I went ahead and read it immediately. The text read, "It was nice to see you again. Did you arrive home safely? Make sure you don't drink too much." I took a look at the sender, and it read Carol. The sudden burst of infuriating adrenaline is hard to describe unless you've actually experienced it for yourself. At that very moment, I wanted to go and wake up my husband immediately. I wanted to show him the text and ask him what was going on. I wanted to ask if he really had just gotten back from a get-together with his colleagues. But it was already too late, as Lucas was drunk like a skunk, snoring on the bed. I tried to sleep that night, but my heart was pounding so fast that I could not fall asleep. I'll admit that my husband was not the sweetest husband, but that didn't mean that he was negligent in dealing with me. Most importantly, during our 2 years of being married together, he never had me worrying about any of his ex-girlfriends. He was never the type of man to have me worrying about these types of things. After a long, sleepless night, the sun came up and it was morning. I wasn't able to sleep for a single minute because I was so anxious about what happened. My husband slept in that day, and I watched as he slowly got out of bed after a long night's sleep. I felt that it was so heartless of him to be like that despite how heart-wrenching it was for me that night. Even after all that, I found myself preparing breakfast for my husband's hangover. I felt so miserable thinking about my current situation. Or I could be wrong. Maybe he just happened to run into her coincidentally. It's not like they had to have done something together. Things have been very rough for me these past couple of weeks. Maybe I'm just being paranoid. These were the type of thoughts that I would try and reassure myself with. I then had breakfast with my husband, who woke up at about 11 o'clock. Where did you and your colleagues have dinner yesterday?
We had it at a steakhouse near our company.
Were all of your work colleagues and employees there?
It was a get-together for our company. Of course there were only colleagues and employees.
Were there any others at the dinner?
At first it was just with some of the employees. When we went for a second round at another restaurant, some other clients from another company came and joined us. But why are you asking me this all of a sudden?
Nothing. I was just curious.
Oh, you never ask me these questions at all, so I was a little surprised. Huh? What's wrong? Why are you making that face? Is something wrong? What's wrong, honey? Is it because I came in late yesterday? I won't come that late again from now on. Will you cheer up now and forgive me? Please, honey.
Actually, I was cleaning up some of your things yesterday, and I saw a text message on your phone. It said you had received a text from someone named Carol.
Oh, right. She's an old friend of mine. I ran into her while drinking with my colleagues. Apparently, she was an employee of the other company that we were drinking with. I was so surprised to see her.
I know that she's your ex-girlfriend. Why are you lying to me?
No, it's all a misunderstanding. This is why I didn't feel the need to tell you about her, because it would be hard to explain. But I promise you, we met coincidentally.
I see you didn't get rid of her number since she was able to reach out to you.
Believe me, I was just as surprised as you were when I saw the text.
Are you really sure it was just a coincidence? Are you positive that I don't have to worry about her?
Of course you don't. There's really nothing for you to be worried about. I wouldn't have to be worried if you just happened to run into your ex-boyfriend on the street, do I? It was just a mere coincidence. That's all.
I guess you're right.
She just happened to be one of the employees of the company that we were drinking with. You really don't have to worry about a thing. We've been really stressed out about the baby lately. I didn't want you to get worried even more than you already are by telling you about her. I don't want to stress you out like this, Lily.
All right then. I'll believe you this time.
Yes, honey, I'm telling you that there's absolutely nothing you should be worried about. Wow, this food is amazing. I'm going to need to have seconds.
After the conversation I had with my husband, I thought to myself that I was indeed overreacting. I felt a little relieved after our conversation. I've decided to put my trust in him, because he has been a very trustworthy person to me for the past 2 years. I honestly felt bad after trying to put him on the spot like that. Thanks to Lucas, Betsy started to call me less. Normally, she would call me at least 3 times every day, but that number significantly decreased. Instead, she started to call me about once a week. The decreased number of calls from Betty really helped decrease my stress and made me feel more lighthearted. After a month had passed, I realized that my period had not been starting, so I thought to myself that maybe this could be it. I went ahead and bought a pregnancy test kit. Honey, look! There's 2 lines! 2 lines on the kit!
2 lines? Does that mean that you are…
I'm pregnant! You're going to be a father now!
Are you serious? Let me see it. Are there really 2 lines?
Look, there's 2 lines, right? Do you see the 2 lines here?
Holy cow. I can't believe it. I'm finally going to become a dad. I'm so proud of you, Lily. I can't wait to go show Mom. If we show up to her house and surprise her with this, she'll probably faint from being so happy.
Do you think maybe your mother will start treating me a little better now?
Are you kidding? She may not be the most polite person on the planet, but of course she'll treat you better now. She didn't hate you to begin with. She just has a grumpy attitude in her.
Do you think so? She was probably just worried about me not being able to have a baby, right?
I'm telling you that was probably the reason why she was treating you that way. But don't worry about it anymore. You don't have to be stressed anymore.
But do you think maybe we should tell her a little later? Don't you think it will be safer to tell her after we get everything confirmed by the obstetrician?
Don't you just want to tell her fast so that she can start treating you better?
I mean, that does sound good too.
Don't you worry about a thing. Mom is going to absolutely love this news. I can't believe I'm going to become a dad.
Finally, the child that we have all been waiting for is finally going to be born. I was very happy that our child was finally conceived. But there was something else that I was also happy about. I thought to myself that since I finally have a child, Betsy would treat me better. If I am being quite honest, that was something that came to my mind first. At first, I thought about how Betsy would treat me more than I did about my baby. I felt sorry for the child because I was more excited about something else. When I had taken a look at my husband, Lucas, he seemed just as excited as I was. Looking at him like that made me feel really good about everything. It was really a happy moment for the 2 of us, and my hopes for a brighter future really started to grow. With all of these thoughts in mind, I hurriedly got my things ready and left the house. We went on to Lucas's mother because we were very eager to share the good news with her.
Mom, you'll probably want to give Lily a nice big hug after this news.
What are you talking about? Here, quit talking nonsense and eat some of this.
No, Mom, I'm telling you that there's something much more important that you need to hear.
What is up with you all of a sudden?
Congrats, Mom. You're going to be a grandmother.
I'm going to be a grandmother? Are you pregnant, Lily? Yes, I finally got pregnant. I bought a pregnancy test kit today, and I got 2 lines on it. Good work, Lily. Your father would be very proud, Lucas. You did a very good job. I'm very proud of you. Here, come and have some of this. I hear this food is great for pregnant mothers. Wait a minute, there's no time for any of this right now. I should go ahead and cook some chicken broth. You did good, Lily. I'm very proud of you. Wow, Mom, you seem really excited. You bet you're a sweet horse as I am. The most important thing now is that you remain calm, and don't you worry about a thing, okay? Yes, thank you. Don't worry, I'll do my absolute best. After Betsy heard of my pregnancy, she started to treat me a lot more differently. She treated me like her own daughter. We frequently visited the obstetrician together, and we were both very happy. For the first time ever, she held my hand. She has never held my hand before. It was like a dream come true for me. Every day I was very happy. But one day I noticed something strange. I noticed that the baby wasn't moving. I wasn't able to detect any noticeable movement from the baby in my womb, so I went to the obstetrician for an examination. That was when I received the devastating news. The obstetrician told us that the baby's heart had stopped, and it has become stillborn. My mind went completely blank after hearing those words, and it felt like the world had just stopped. But I do vaguely remember Betsy screaming at the obstetrician. Do you have any idea what you've just done? I'm so sorry. What have I done to deserve this? Why did a girl like you have to be my daughter-in-law? Why are you doing this to me? I can't believe you. Answer me. How I miss my husband. I wish he could just come back to me. You think that I would treat you any better now that you've lost my grandchild? Don't even think for a second that I'll treat you any better. I didn't like you the first moment I laid my eyes on you. I was going to be a little different for the sake of my grandchild, but I guess not. You are seriously out of control. I'm so sorry, but please, it's just as hard for me as it is for you. You wouldn't have lost the baby if you had taken better care of yourself. This is all because you couldn't take care of your body. I'll be outside for a moment. I don't think I can handle listening to this. I honestly don't know how I was able to make it through during that time. I felt that I could not continue on living, and I felt like a literal zombie who couldn't die if they wanted to. I really didn't know what to do. I just felt completely lost. I cried myself to sleep every single night, and my health started to deteriorate. The situation just seemed to get worse and worse with no sign of getting any better. Betsy was acting like she didn't even know me. I was a complete stranger to her. My husband started to change as well. He wasn't the same Lucas that I had grown to know. All that was going on in my head was, how could this be? Why is this happening to me? I just felt so bad for my baby that I had lost. All I wanted to do during that time was to just end my life. It was truly a period of excruciating pain for me. The marriage life between me and my husband started to change as he was treating me differently. He grew extremely cold, and I thought to myself, is this really my husband? Can we talk a moment? I don't really have anything to talk about with you. I want to tell you that I'm sorry about everything. But you know deep down that there's nothing I can do about this. This is extremely tough for me as well, and you know it. I get that your mother is especially upset about all of this. If my husband turns his back on me as well, then who can I lean on? I have nobody to lean on, and turning your back on me isn't going to help. I really don't know what to say to you. I feel like all of my hopes and dreams have just been shattered into pieces. Speaking of which, I actually do have something to tell you. I didn't expect much from you in our relationship together. I never asked for much in the first place. All I've wanted was just to have a baby and be like other married couples.
That's the only thing that I've ever wanted from you in our marriage life together. Was it really that hard for you to do that for me? I grew up very lonely, as an only child. You know very well how lonely it was for me growing up, because I didn't have anyone around me. I was hoping you'd be extra careful now that you were finally pregnant.
What do you mean, extra careful? What did you want me to do? How do you think I felt during this entire incident? First, your mother starts treating me worse than a garbage in the street. Then my own husband starts to act like I'm a total stranger. Do you know how tough it is for me? I'm the one who really wants to die right now.
Let's just stop talking about this. I know it's tough for you too, but it's tough for everyone right now. Right now, we're only going to get more emotional, and the conversation is not going to go anywhere good. I think it's better for us to not say anything. Let's talk about it again when things have gotten a little better for us.
Is it even going to get better in the first place?
I don't know, honestly. I just hope that you'd leave me alone for the time being. I get that it's tough for you, but you have to understand how hard it is for me, too.
After those series of events, only my husband went to go visit his mother. As for Betsy, it felt like she was just completely ignoring me at this point. I was nobody to her. Because it continued on for such a long time, I got accustomed to the fact that she was ignoring me. 3 months had passed since I lost the baby, and my body started to slowly recover from the process. But my husband and I were still not talking like we used to. We only spoke when we had something really important to say. The regular conversations that we used to have on a daily basis were basically non-existent. My husband started to come home late at night, and it was becoming progressively frequent. He started to go outside the house and call someone on his phone. I didn't know who he was calling. Looking at him go outside and call almost every day made me feel quite suspicious. But there was nothing I could do about the situation. After a while, Betsy's birthday had come again. My husband left the house, telling me that he would just go visit his mother by himself. I was left home alone, but I couldn't let it slide this time. I quickly prepared some food for Betsy and took all of it with me to her house. When I had arrived at her house, I could not believe what I was witnessing.
Why are you here? Who told you that you could be here?
Lucas? What's the meaning of all this? Who is she?
That's none of your business anyway. Quit ruining my day on such a special occasion. You've ruined my life enough, so get out of here. I don't want to see you.
Hi, we've never met before, have we? I'm Carol. Nice to meet you.
May I ask what you're doing here?
Oh, I'm just here to wish Lucas's mother a happy birthday.
You know damn well that's not the answer I want from you. I want to know where you get the audacity to show up to your ex-boyfriend's mother's house. Even if it is her birthday, do you think it makes it okay for you to show up like this?
Did I make you uncomfortable? I just thought I'd come here and pay Lucas's mother a visit, because I've been hearing about how much of a hard time she's been having. All I wanted was to just come here and wish her a happy birthday. That's all.
Do you really think that what you said makes any sense? Lucas, why haven't you told me about any of this? What is going on here?
I'm the one who called her over.
What? Are you serious?
Yes, I'm the one who invited her over here.
You invited her over here? Why would you do that?
I was actually going to tell you about this when I got the chance. I want to put an end to our relationship. I want to get divorced.
What are you talking about? A divorce?
You really don't get it, do you? I can't continue to live like this. I'm just not happy being with you. So I think it will just be better to let you go. I have one more thing to tell you.
Lucas, let me explain this to her. Lily, I'm pregnant with Lucas's child.
What did you just say?
I have just told you, Betsy. Lucas and I are expecting a baby together. It's now been 4 weeks since my pregnancy. We also have been to the obstetrician together, so we have everything ready.
Lucas, what is all this that I'm hearing? Is this all true? What the hell is this girl talking about, huh? Say something to me, Lucas! I don't want to say anything. I don't have anything else to talk about with you. I just want a divorce. Think about it. Have we ever been, or will we ever be the same after what happened? Has our relationship been any good for a moment after you had lost our child? I've been thinking about it a lot for the past couple of weeks. But I really don't think that this can work out for the both of us. I've come to the decision to divorce you because our marriage really cannot go on like this after what's happened. So after all that thinking, you've come to the conclusion to sleep with your ex-girlfriend and get her pregnant? Stop talking like that about Carol. She was there for me when I needed her. She was there to help me and encourage me during such a dark time in my life. Stop talking that way about her. You really are insane, Lucas. I cannot believe the way you are acting right now. We are still legally married to one another. What you have done is, you have just cheated on me. That's all that you've done. Stop yelling like that in front of an expecting mother. Carol, are you okay, dear? You must have been very startled.
I'm fine, Betsy. It's okay.
I know very well that you're not fine right now. You want me to treat her like how I've treated you, huh? Would that make you feel a lot better about yourself? Is that what you want to see? If you wanted the slightest respect from me, you should have learned to earn it. I don't have anything else that I want to discuss with you, so get out of my house this instant! You've heard all of our opinions, so I'm asking you to make your decision. We? You three have literally lost your minds! Lily, please. All I am asking of you is for you to just agree to the divorce. How could something like this even happen to me? Is there even anyone out there who can relate to my situation? I certainly doubt it. In my dreadful attempts to recover my marriage situation, everything had just gone downhill, and my life had become a living hell. I was sure at that very moment that there was probably not a single person in this world who was going through my situation. For a couple of days, I was really out of it. I could not think properly or spend my days like a normal human being. My husband did not return home since that day. It was despairing to imagine my husband spending his time with that girl, while I was over here depressed to my core. I really had no hope to continue living. For months, I remained alone at my house, while my husband stayed with his ex-girlfriend. I endured for months, denying the divorce that Lucas wanted from me. I know that it was wrong of me to think this way, but I couldn't help it. I really wished that the girl would end up having a stillborn child like I did. But none of that ever happened. And despite my family's advice, I never agreed to the divorce. I made sure that I would never agree to the divorce. And I endured every single day doing so. The day came when I finally decided to file a lawsuit on the ex-girlfriend. What do you want? Are you seriously going to keep this up? I don't understand what you're talking about. Don't you have at least a little bit of common sense? If somebody asks you to do something, why don't you just agree to do it? There's nobody in our family that wants to take you back. I don't get why you're acting like this. In all genuineness, let me go ahead and ask you, why are you not agreeing to the divorce? Then I have the right to ask you, why are you treating me this way? What are you talking about? How have I been treating you? You never liked me to begin with. You have always hated me. I told you thousands of times, if you want my respect, you need to earn it for yourself. Look at the way you've been to me so far. Look at the way you're treating me right now. Whatever. I don't have any plans on agreeing to the divorce whatsoever. Goodbye. I'll hang up now.
Let me try and speak with her. Could I have the phone, please?
Don't you worry about a thing, dear. I got this. You go and rest. When are you going to agree to the divorce? Answer me! What would it take for you to agree to the damn divorce?
Betsy, let me try and talk to her.
Do you have any idea what you are doing to us right now? Are you aware of the damages that you are causing to us? Answer me when I'm speaking to you!
Betsy, please! Let me just speak with her for a minute.
Wow, how animal. Sure, dear. Here you go.
Hello? Are you still very upset about the situation?
I won't make much comment on that.
Lucas literally told you that he no longer wants to be with you anymore. I don't get why you are acting like this. You should really let him go for good. And for all of us.
For whose sake? I don't have any plans on making you guys happy about anything.
If you don't agree to the divorce, do you know the complications that can arise for our baby? You know very well how complicated it's going to be for all of us.
You're worried about that now? Shouldn't you have been worried about those things before you decided to cheat with a woman's husband?
The baby is expected in only a couple of days. What do you want for me to do? Why won't you agree to the divorce?
And can you tell me why I should care at all in the first place?
Do you seriously not understand what's going on here?
No, I know very well what's going on right now.
I'm begging you, please. All you have to do is agree to the divorce.
Do you know why I'm not agreeing to the divorce?
Why are you doing this? Are you doing this to get revenge? Is that it? Is revenge what you are doing this for?
No. This is all because of Betsy.
What? What did she do?
Yes, this is all because of her. After I had lost my child, she didn't even have the capacity to encourage me at all. If she would have just provided a couple of words of encouragement, things would have been a lot better for me. I never would have acted this way if it wasn't for her. I'm being serious.
So you're saying that the reason you're not agreeing to the divorce is because of your mother-in-law?
What the hell is that crazy girl blabbering on about? Give me the phone!
For God's sake, just let me talk to her!
Don't blame me. I'm not the one to blame here. Blame the woman who is about to become your mother-in-law. I will say this again, so listen closely. I have a specific reason to not agree to the divorce. It's all because of Betsy. I don't think I really need to say anything else about that. Good luck being married under a mother-in-law like her. I can promise you that it's going to be a living hell. Goodbye. I will be hanging up now.
Hey, wait, you! Wait!
After that incident, I never answered any of Betsy's calls. I also received countless calls from a number that was not registered in my contacts, so I'm assuming that it was Carol. 2 months had passed since my last phone call with them, and that was when I finally got a text message from Lucas. He told me that the baby had been born, and that it was a daughter. He wanted to talk with me, so he had asked if I could meet up to talk with him. Despite all of the countless phone calls and text messages that I had received, I decided to never meet or talk with any of them. I was afraid that if I met with Lucas to talk with him, the soft-hearted part of me would end up agreeing to the divorce. Because Lucas had been texting me every day, I was able to learn about his family's whereabouts, even though I really couldn't care less. But I was able to learn that his family had really fallen apart, for the worst. I heard from Lucas that his ex-girlfriend and his mom are not getting along at all currently, and their relationship is at its absolute lowest. He told me that they constantly fight and argue. Apparently, the ex doesn't even have the respect to call her a mother-in-law anymore. She just refers to her as woman. Lucas was blaming me for all of this, and said that I'm the one who should be taking accountability for what has happened to his family members. Lucas's mom, who really wanted a son to continue on her family's legacy, started blaming the ex about having a daughter. She started to treat her like the way she treated me. The words of abuse that she has been using towards me has backfired directly upon her. Lucas has been texting me every day telling me about these things. He told me that he was sorry about the way he treated me. He regrets everything that he's done to me, and that he really misses being together. Lucas and I bought our current house with a joint contract at the time of our purchase. We received a call from somebody who wanted to buy our house. Lucas had to come over for paperwork because the house still belonged to the both of us. It had been almost a year since I had seen Lucas, and seeing him look so soulless was honestly surprising. I could tell that things had been extremely rough for him ever since everything unfolded. It was even more surprising to me because I had been in his shoes before, and I know exactly how it feels. How have you been? Have you been well? I've been well, but you don't seem to be so well. I'm so sorry about everything. Can you please forgive me for everything that I've done to you? I'm really sorry for the way I have treated you, especially after what happened with the baby. I was honestly out of my mind at the time. I don't know what was going on in my head. I just want to apologize to you. I'm sorry. Will you accept my apology? I no longer feel like I'm alive anymore. I just feel dead inside. Why do you feel that way? I thought that now that you're with your ex-girlfriend, you are so much happier than when you were with me. No, Lily. I'm so sorry for talking to you that way. I'm telling you, I was really out of it. I was just out of my mind. She's not who I truly love. You are who I truly love, Lily. Quit lying through your teeth. I know you don't mean any of this. I don't plan on getting back together with you, so you can take back your apology. Please, Lily. I'm begging on my knees for you to just forgive me. It's okay if you won't accept my apology, but could you at least agree to the divorce? I'm begging you, please. I will do whatever it takes for you to accept my apology. Someone's calling you. I think you should go ahead and answer it. It's okay. I don't have to. That's not what is important right now. There are other things that are more important, so please, I'm begging you, Lily. Just answer your damn phone call. Why, Lily? Huh? Don't do this to me.
Where the hell are you, Lucas?
Why? What is it?
I can't keep up with your mother anymore. I've had it with her. So let's do it this way. Either we leave and go someplace else, or your mom leaves. Hello? Are you there, Lucas? Are you listening to me? Hello?
Why the hell are you calling Lucas at this hour? He is busy working. Why are you bothering someone who is at their job? You don't even help to do anything around the house, but why are you bothering Lucas?
Excuse you, woman. Do you have any idea why we are in this mess in the first place?
What? Who are you calling woman? Are you out of your mind?
No, I am not out of my mind, thank you. So you listen closely to what I tell you. What are you going to do about our baby girl now? What the hell are you going to do? Your stupid son was the one to go ahead and start wagging his tail in front of me. Because of him, I was the one who got pregnant. But now you're going to start treating me like this? You better start taking responsibility for the way you are treating me right now.
I cannot believe what I am hearing. I cannot believe that I was dumb enough to allow such a psychopath into my home. Lucas, do you hear me? Go call Lily and ask her to come back. Go tell her that you are sorry and make sure you are sincere about it.
What? Lucas, are you there? Are you with that Lily girl right now?
Yeah, I am.
Are you crazy? What the hell are you doing over there? Why are you with her right now? Answer me! Why are you with her?
I'll tell you when I get back home.
What in the hell are you guys doing together? Where are you guys? Put her on the phone for me right now, Lucas.
Hello?
Excuse me? What in the world are you doing right now with someone else's husband?
Do you really want to know?
This girl must be out of her damn mind or something. Hey, you! I just asked you, what the hell are you doing over there with my husband?
I also have something to ask of you.
What? What do you have to ask me, you filthy moron?
Are you truly happy now?
What?
You heard me. I asked if you are truly happy now.
Yes, I'm so damn happy. I'm dying of happiness right now. I'm literally about to go insane because of how happy I am.
That's wonderful. I wish I was happy enough to go insane like you.
What in the world is this girl saying? She must be crazy or something. Do you take pride in other people's misery or something? It's all because of you that my life turned out like this. You take back what you've done to me. I don't want to be a part of this stupid family anymore.
Lily, it's me, dear. I want to apologize for everything. I am sorry about the way that I treated you before. I really should not have done that. I am so sorry about everything. I really cannot believe the way Carol is treating me right now. Every day is torture for me because of the way she's treating me. Please come back to us, Lily. I'm so sorry about everything.
You old hag! None of this is my fault. If anything, it's your fault. If your son hadn't come seducing me like the pervert he is, none of this would have happened.
Look at the way she's speaking to me right now. Why not just take a knife and stab me with your dirty little hands while you're at it?
My hands are just fine, and yours are much filthier anyways. I won't even stab you. How about I just grind you up? You're not even worth the hassle, woman.
This is literally every day between my mom and Carol. I really think I'm going to lose my mind hearing them argue like this all day. Why do you say that? I actually quite enjoy what I'm hearing right now. Hearing the cries and wailing of your mom and your ex-girlfriend is like candy to my ears. I actually feel like recording all of this for myself so that I can listen to it whenever I am feeling down. It's like my very own dopamine rush. Don't worry about it, Lucas. I will be suing you guys pretty soon. So in the meantime, you should just worry about preparing the money that you will be paying me in court. I will be able to earn thousands of dollars all thanks to you. Not only that, I get to watch your family fight and argue. It's like killing two birds with one stone. That is all for today's story. If you enjoyed the video, please like and subscribe for more content. And why not leave us a comment in the comment section down below? We look forward to reading your thoughts. See you next time!